So they can't properly manage this issue alone. So no wonder they're close to frustration, and Trump, in his style, with that short attention span, could be ready to give up.
The time we live in. Professor Robert English, thank you so much for joining us. Now, a quick check of the forecast and the holiday weekend that is getting off to a pretty stormy start for a lot of the Midwest. Millions of people from Texas to Michigan, check this out, are in the path of severe weather. Let's get over to meteorologist Amelia Draper, tracking all of this. Amelia, who is getting the worst of it tonight here?
Well, Gotti, the worst of it right now is starting to fire up into parts of northern Texas and Oklahoma with some heavy rain and thunderstorms. The greatest flood potential through the holiday weekend extends from Texas into Oklahoma, up into parts of Missouri, even into parts of Illinois. Meanwhile, I'm tracking some snow into parts of the Rockies. But really, talking about the flood alerts through the holiday weekend, 10 million people impacted with a flood watch that runs through Sunday, even on into Monday morning in some instances, as multiple rounds of torrential rain impact these same locations this weekend, with road and river flooding looking likely. So here's future weather for tonight into the overnight hours. We continue to track the wintry weather across the central Rockies. Meanwhile, evening and overnight storms stretch from Texas potentially up into Michigan. When we talk about the severe weather threat tonight, it really extends from Wichita Falls up into parts of St. Louis up to around Chicago. The biggest concern being large hail 2 inches in diameter, and this is going to be around from Abilene up into Wichita Falls, Oklahoma City, and Tulsa. 2-inch size hail, by the way, that's about the size of a lime. We look to tomorrow on Saturday. Severe storms continue across the plains with increased flood risks from Dallas to St. Louis. And then as we look to Easter Monday, we start to see low pressure moving into the central plains. Storms on Sunday are capable of producing not only tornadoes, but large hail and strong winds as well. One thing we'll really be keeping an eye on this weekend, as I mentioned earlier, it's going to be the flooding. Look at the rainfall forecast. I mean, this map says it all. You see the yellows, the oranges, and the reds. This is where heavy rain will fall, leading to not only the concern for flooding, but flash flooding as well from parts of Texas up into parts of Illinois, even into parts of Indiana, picking up 2 to 4 inches of rain. Locally, some locations like Joplin, Oklahoma City could see around 6 inches. So with that, we see the concern again for flash flooding, meaning flooding happens so quickly that folks really don't have a lot of time to respond. The water rises, and again, you just don't have time to get to higher ground. In addition to that, Gotti, we're tracking snowfall into parts of the Rockies, areas like Durango, Denver, seeing anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of snow. Here's the thing, though. April snow, it's not uncommon out in Denver. Their average April snowfall coming in around 5 inches.